Harihi Om. Welcome. So we have come to the last of the Ashtadoshas, the 8th dosha amongst the Ashtadoshas. So we've covered Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mara, Mamara, Matsarya. Today we will look at Ahamkara. See, Ahamkara is one of the 4 parts of Antakarana. Antakarana means inner organs. And the Vedanta describes it as, describes them as Buddhi, intelligence, Chitta, thoughts, Manas, mind, and of course, Ahamkara is ego. In the Gita, Krishna told Arjuna that in order to come close to me, Ahamkara must be removed. He says, I have created Krishna is telling Arjuna, I have created the Panchabhutas. I have also created the mind, the intelligence, and the ego. Right? So, Arjuna asks, why do you create the ego when you had the choice of not creating the ego? Well, if I give you the mind and I give you the buddhi, the intelligence, you should use the intelligence to sharpen the mind. But if there is no, control mechanism, how will you do it? So the control mechanism is ego. If you can control your ego, excellent, you'll come to me. But if you get sucked in by ego, then Purarjanmaha, I will give you that. Right? You see, the reasoning Krishna gives, he said, since the self is not perceived or cannot be perceived when one is in a state of ahamkara, it cannot reach the bigger self. Therefore, you remove the ego, then the self is very free to meet, greet, and merge with the divine, Jivatma, Paramatma, Parabrahman. Remember, I told you the story of Lord Shiva testing Adi Shankara. So remember when Shankara was going to Kailash, Shiva came as a Chandala, and Adi Shankara in his one-track devotion mind to Shiva says, move away from my side, from my path. And this Chandala asks, what do you mean move away? Who do you want to move? Who is the me that you want to remove? Right? So Shankara stopped and Shiva says, who are you? You are asking me to move. What is it about me that you want me to move? Is it me as in the self that you see, or me as in the higher self that you don't see, or me as in the universal self that everyone should be able to see? And that is when, Shankara burst out with Nirvana Shatakam. Right? Mano buddhi hankara chittani namam nacha stotra jihve nacha grana netre nacha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu chitananda rupam shivoham. Basically, it means I am not the mind, I am not the intellect, I am not the ego, I am not the memory, I am not the ears, I am not the skin, I am not the nose, I am not the eyes, I am not space, I am not earth, nor am I the water or the wind. I am the form of consciousness and bliss. I am the eternal Shiva. And that's when Shiva became, Jyotirlinga and blessed him. So be humble, be humble and be yourself to everybody. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. No one is greater than any other one, because at the end of the day, you are all part of the same spark of divinity. You cannot claim to be brighter than any other spark, because a spark is a spark. Once that spark joins that light, that can you say which spark is where? That is the beauty when you merge with the Paramatma. You will not be able to see yourself in the grandeur of that one supreme self. Control Ahamkara. Right? If you have a problem, then to deal with the problem, not the person. Separate the person from the problem, right? Then you will be able to progress spiritually. If you make the person the problem, then the problem is not the problem. The person is the problem, isn't it? Then you have a problem. Okay. Anyada sharanam nasti.